TFNN. Headline News Update.
Okay, folks, may we live in interesting times. Who would have ever thought someone could make $100 billion in one day? And it appears to be that's what happened to Larry Ellison today. That is 1/3 the total wealth between J.P. Morgan and Andrew Carnegie. They each worth about $400 million back in those days, which was a long time ago, but $100 billion, that's really, really hard to believe. I wonder the man that wrote that report, when he typed in those last numbers, he said, maybe this will move the market tomorrow. Now, the SEC has rules for looking at that stuff, and I'm sure they'll look into it because there's no hanky-panky that goes on in Wall Street. Here is the NASDAQ, folks. I did not think we could take out the high that we made back on August the 13th. That was very important, and so far we did not. We've missed it by 20 points. Now it's down 150 points from that level. Doesn't really mean very much at all. Now, the next one we're going to look at here is the Dow Jones. Here's the Dow Jones. First of all, I'll show you intraday. There was our high. There was our 382 pullback. It backed off here, but let's look at this on the daily because we did make a new high in the Dow Jones. We took out this high, folks. Are you ready? By 4 Dow points on the futures. I don't know what the cash did because I don't have access to that until much later, but we did take it out by 4 points. And then, of course, we had a big sell-off of 450 points. There was your first 382. There was your second, and now you're in this area right here. The S&P was a different story, of course, because it did go substantially above the old highs by quite a bit, partly because of what happened to Oracle. And you'll notice here, let's get this up here on the daily because you do want to see that we did exceed those highs back up in here by quite a bit. Let's just do this on a 4-hour so we can see it much clearer. There it is. You can see we did go up and make a higher high. This was the low from yesterday. We made that 382 right here. If you remember, it said looks like we're going higher, and you can certainly see we did go higher. We went right up to guess what? There's your 1.6 point. We can still go above that, of course, but that completes that pattern. But it did take out all those highs. The Russell did not do it, and it's course down a little bit. It's bouncing back a little bit right now, but it's still down on the. Actually, it's up on the day right now. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, folks.
In the world